learners. We are going through the poem The Heart of a Tree, and I have explained you stanza number first and second in my last video, and in this video finally we are going to complete the poem and we will see the last stanza of the poem The Heart of a Tree. But before we start with the new extract, let us first consider the first two extract and revise, and then we will proceed with the new extract. So the heart of a tree highlights the need of planting trees. The tree provides to be large hearted as it benefits all and sundry. It has the ability to form the congenial atmosphere, being a friend of sun and sky. It creates beauty around. It shelters birds which delight us with their crooning in the evening. It creates music and harmony. One who plants a tree ensures cool shade in summer and gentle rain. Moreover, a, a plant leaves a rich forest heritage. It provides to be useful to the coming generation. It builds the present with the future. It stands for good values like love and loyalty. One who plants a tree, in fact, plants the growth and development of the country. He plants a new nation which ensures peace and prosperity in the whole world, from sea to sea. Thus, planting a tree, according to the poet, has ecological, social, and economic benefits. So, in the first two stanzas, the poet has tried to explain us the utility of planting a tree, and he has called the tree as a friend of sun and sky and a flag of breezes free. And it is also been considered as a shaft of beauty which is towering high, a, a home near the heaven, and it is also the shelter to the birds. And during the time of evening, when there is silence everywhere, one can enjoy the silence and harmony of the heaven. Then in the next stanza, the poet says that by planting a tree, we ensure cool shade and rain, which is very essential for us in this environment when everything is been going against us and global warming and other issues are coming up. And we see that in return the seeds which are produced by the tree, in future they grow into plants, and this way the whole place where the tree is planted becomes like a heaven. He plants the glory of the plain. So in this way, by planting one tree, actually we are planting a whole forest, and this is how the whole place will become glorified. It will become beautiful. He plants a forest heritage. The trees are also called the heritage of the forest, and a harvest of the coming ages. Harvest means the reward which we are going to give to the coming generation. Joy to the unborn eyes, and the children who are still not born, they will also enjoy the benefit of the tree which we plant now. These things he plants who plants a tree. So in this manner, the person who plants a tree is actually planting all these benefits for the coming generation, and he is also making his environment clean. He is also providing the atmosphere with rain and other benefits by cleaning the air and other benefits which we see we get from the tree. Now we see the last and the final stanza of the poem, and in that stanza we see that the poet says that what does he who plants a tree? He plants in sap and leaf and wood, in love of home and loyalty, a far cast thought of civic good. Now here the poet is saying that the one who plants a tree, he not only plants a small saplings, but he also plants something which will be beneficial in the coming future, because every part of the tree is beneficial to us. Its leaves, its woods, everything is beneficial to us. In love of home and loyalty, it means that when we love our home, when we love our country, when we love our planet, then we should be loyal to it, and the planting a tree is the best way to show our loyalty. A far cast thought of civic good, which means that when we are planting a tree, we are actually doing good for the society. Civic good means doing good for the society. So in this way, by planting a tree, we do good to the society, and it is also far sighted, which means that in future the benefits will be seen. His blessings on the neighborhood. Now the next line says that his blessing on the neighborhood, which means that when we plant a tree, we are not only doing good to us, but we are also doing good for the neighbors, which means that to the whole community. By planting a tree, we do good to the whole community. How in the hollow of his hand holds all the growth of our land, which means that the tree holds the growth of our land and a nation's growth from sea to sea. Now we see that a nation's growth from sea to sea. We can see that we are not isolated nation. We have boundaries with many other countries. So when we plant a tree, when our nation will grow, we will be in good benefit with the other countries also. Our relations with the other country will also become friendly. So in this way, stares in his heart who plants a tree. So all these type of thoughts are there in the mind of a person who plants a tree. So in this way, the poet emphasizes the fact that a country's growth and development depends upon its wealth of trees. One who plants a tree is conscious of this fact. With this, we come to the end of this session. I hope you like this poem, and do subscribe my channel.